Namaste and welcome, beloved mighty companions.
Namaste y bienvenidos, amados y poderosos compañeros.
Yeah, it's so beautiful that Jesus is taking us so deep together to really take honesty of God look at guidance.
Es muy hermoso el que podamos unirnos todos y mirar profundamente con Jesús y seguir su guía.
So we'll start with the celebration of the light, the infinite light, the holy instant.
Vamos a celebrar este instante santo del divino ser.
And he's reminding me how important it is to really go empty-handed to God, just really empty-handed on everything.
Él me está recordando a mí cuán importante es escuchar, es seguir la voz de Dios.
And to step into the courage that it takes to look at every single thing that we do to make sure it's aligned with the Holy Spirit.
Y debemos asegurarnos de estar alineados acerca de todo lo que hagamos, de tal manera que estemos alineados con el Espíritu Santo.
And the ego will make some of these small things not seem important when really everything's important, because we're talking about the celebration of the one.
Okay, y el ego va a tratar de que nada de estas cosas parezcan importantes, porque en realidad solo se trata de la celebración de la unicidad, de lo único que somos, el único que somos.
And then to see that if we're not this dedicated to making sure we're in guidance, we're not dedicated to ourselves, we're dedicated to the ego.
Okay, porque si hacemos algo diferente que no sea dedicarnos siguiendo la guía, es sencillamente dedicarse al ego. Por eso es importante dedicarnos a seguir la guía.
It's dedication to death.
Es la dedication to
Death.
dedicación a la muerte. Exacto, a la muerte. Dedicarse al ego es dedicarse a la muerte.
So it's so holy. This is exactly what he's talking about in A Course in Miracles about joining.
Eso es exactamente lo que se habla en el curso de milagros de las uniones.
We come together in a moment of light to be shown all the places in our mind where we're denying all the love of the Father.
Unirnos en la mente y poder mirar todos los rincones donde se esté negando la luz y el amor del Padre.
And to celebrate the power of willingness, that we are powerful enough to see whatever he shows us.
Y la celebración de la voluntad de Dios. Y can you repeat the last
that
sentence?
We're powerful to see anything he will show us.
Y somos poderosos al estar dispuestos a mirar todo lo que nos desea mostrar.
He's saying your happiness depends on that.
Y dice que nuestra felicidad depende de ello.
So we start, and hopefully everyone is learning that when we come to the sessions on Sunday and Thursday, we've already reviewed in our mind and written down the things that we did in the past week and the things that we plan to do in the upcoming week.
Ok, justamente esa es la importancia de lo que estamos haciendo, de reunirnos los jueves y los domingos para dar una mirada acerca de lo que hemos hecho y de lo que está durante la semana o de lo que tenemos planificado hacer.
And now we will ask Jesus to show us if there's anything else we are afraid to write on that list or don't want to write on the list that he may be encouraging us to do. We're not sure, but we just write down whatever he tells us because he's guiding.
Ok, vamos entonces a preguntar si tenemos miedo de hacer esto, de seguir la guía. Si nos sentimos, si sentimos miedo al hacer esto.
The fastest way through all of this is to say, Jesus, just give it to me. Come on, go ahead, show me.
Lo primero que vamos a hacer es decirle, Jesús, muéstramelo, vamos, muéstramelo.
Now, and when I first did that, at first I was thinking this may not be such a great idea.
Y él se va a pensar, oh, esto no parece una buena idea.
But he just told me directly right now, this is a celebration of your holiness.
Y él me está diciendo exactamente en este momento que es la celebración de tu santidad.
So then remember, you want to look at everything equally, no judgment.
Ok, recordemos que queremos ver todo de igual manera, sin juicio.
You know, and you can watch how you're just observe how the mind works to make some things holy and some things not holy and some things, you know, it starts or some things coming up with an excuse of why it's necessary.
Ok, recordemos que la mente funciona de esta manera, buscando excusas y haciendo una selección acerca de lo que pueda ser santo o no pueda ser santo, lo que pueda ser útil o lo que no pueda ser útil.
We want to remember that every single one of these sessions, we walk in with our hands and hearts open to whatever we can receive from him.
Recordemos entonces que este camino que vamos a recorrer, lo hacemos con la mente abierta, dispuestos a seguir la guía.
You'll see that you'll get to the point where he'll tell you something and then you're just going to laugh.
Y después que tengan algo que decir, después podemos entonces reírnos.
But at first, the ego hates this thing. It doesn't want to go to a brother or to God and have him say, okay, this is not in guidance or this is in guidance. We have to see how much we don't like that.
Ok, el ego odia es que hagamos este tipo de cosas, de observar qué está en la guía y qué no está en la guía.
But these sessions are about standing into it together. So just look down at the list and say, okay, Jesus, what on this list is the last thing I really would like to talk to you about?
Ok, vamos a mirar entonces en esta lista, qué es lo que vamos a hacer. ¿Qué de esto que hice, qué estaba bajo la guía y qué no estaba bajo la guía?
And just go ahead and take a moment and have a talk with them and just see what's there. You can still do whatever you want to do because we've been doing that our whole life. But this time, just do it at least knowing.
Ok, preguntemos entonces, tomemos esta lista y veamos de qué manera lo hicimos. Pero recordemos que todavía podemos seguir haciendo las cosas como nosotros queremos. O sea que no es obligado, es así como que nosotros tenemos nuestro libre albedrío. Pero vamos a mirar esta lista bajo la guía.
And write down what he tells you.
Sencillamente escuchar lo que te está diciendo.
And really be very attentive to see where the ego is going to start talking like Jesus. You want the real Jesus.
Okay. Debemos estar atentos porque el ego va a tratar de hablar para que no escuchemos lo que dice Jesús.
And as you go through these on your list, go, Jesus, in honesty of God and the light of divine being, was this, it was something in the past, was this most helpful for healing the mind? Yes or no?
Ok, y preguntémosle a Jesús en la honestidad de Dios y yendo profundamente a nuestra mente si esto que hicimos sirvió para la sanación de la mente, sí o no.
And like Mary last time, she was so attentive. She looked at everything that she had bought to see in truthfulness, what was in alignment with spirit and what was not.
Okay, y Mary, en la situación anterior, en la sesión anterior, cuando fue de compra, estuvo atenta en preguntar o en ver después si lo que había comprado lo había hecho bajo la guía o no.
So we're just going to touch base with Mary and make sure she didn't blow up by doing that.
Y Mary quería estar segura si lo había hecho, o sea, cómo era que había hecho eso.
Just quit, you know, just show them you're alive, Mary. Mary, you still here,
Sí, eso
you
es
talk
bueno.
to Jesus, you talk to Jesus about everything and you found some things not in guidance. You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm basically still walking on both feet, yeah.
Sí, básicamente se dice que no sucede nada. Le preguntamos a Jesús y ella le está preguntando a Mary si está bien, o sea, si sigue conversando con Jesús. Ella le dice que sí, que está todo bien.
The point here is your happiness depends on this level of uncompromising willingness.
Nuestra felicidad depende precisamente de la voluntad y del compromiso de hacer esto.
Uncompromising honesty of God and being self-honest.
El compromiso, o sea, comprometerse honestamente con la voluntad de Dios.
I noticed that what was also at play with that was the willingness to be corrected, the willingness to be wrong. That's a big deal.
Sí, esta es el gran tema, que es es un juego de la conciencia y que cualquier otra cosa está equivocado.
And it seems the bigger fuss or the most resistance is around the things that I'm hanging on to the tightest.
Can you repeat again, please, Mary?
It seems that the biggest, let's see, the biggest resistance, go ahead.
Ok, ella puede ver que la mayor resistencia,
The biggest resistance is around those things that I'm hanging on to the tightest.
ok, están acerca de esas cosas que ella no desea soltar.
Like my relationship with my children in a Zoom call the other night.
Ajá. Como la relación con sus chicos con Zoom todas las noches.
I started out the day asking Jesus if I could get on that Zoom call, and I was sure he was going to say no.
Ok, y comienzo mi día preguntándole a Jesús acerca de eso y escucho que no.
And he said yes.
Y yo digo sí.
So it's constant refinement.
Can you repeat, please, again?
It's constant fine tuning, letting go of what I think I know.
Exacto, tiene que dejar ir todas las cosas que ella cree saber, que ella sabe.
So we have to be looking at the things that we don't want to join to look at.
Tenemos que ver las cosas con las que no queremos unirnos.
And see how much belief there is. You could ask him, which one of these things do I think there's some kind of sacrifice in that you're asking me to do?
Ok, tenemos que preguntar de estas cosas que estamos viendo, ¿cuál de ellas significa un sacrificio, el realizarlas o no?
So at least we're aware of it. You can still go ahead and do it because we've been doing it, but at least we can have some awareness of where we're denying ourselves true happiness.
Ok, puedes ir y hacerlo en realidad, porque de lo que se trata es aquello que nada puede afectar nuestra verdadera felicidad.
And then look at the future list and go down and be honest and confirm that each thing on that list is most helpful for healing the mind.
Y en aquellas cosas que estemos planeando hacer referente al futuro, preguntemos en la honestidad de Dios si eso es útil para la sanación de la mente.
Jesus is each of these things accepting all the love of the Father has for me.
Jesús, cada una de estas cosas sirven para alcanzar el amor del Padre.
So that it becomes just a yes, no. You know, you get bobbleheaded Jesus. Yes, that was. No, this isn't.
Ok, sencillamente escuchar lo que dice Jesús. Sí a esto, no a esto. O sea, seguir la guía.
Hola a todos.
Hola. Hello, everybody. Hello, Lina. Hola, Lina.
Pues yo en la mañana tenía resistencia a hacer mis funciones.
Okay, I was resistance this morning in order to do my functions.
Me di cuenta que me relajé y empecé a no hacer nada.
Okay, I felt that I was lazy and I didn't do anything.
Y veía cómo el ego me ofrecía distraerme en cualquier cosa.
And the ego offered to me a distraction in anywhere.
Así es que mejor hice un alto
I stopped.
y dije, voy a hacer lo que Jesús me diga.
Okay, I'm going to do what I must do, following the guidance of Jesus.
Así es que le pregunté que qué quería que hiciera.
And then I asked him, what do you want that I do?
Y fui haciendo paso a paso las actividades que se me iban inspirando.
Okay, and I did all my jobs or work that I must do step by step.
Y noté que al término de mis actividades,
Okay, and at the end, when I finish all of them,
me sentía tan feliz y tan en paz.
okay, I felt so peaceful and so happiness.
Y durante las actividades que llevé a cabo,
And when I was made in these activities,
fue como si todo se me hubiera hecho muy fácil.
I felt that there was easy.
De tal manera que me di cuenta que la resistencia es más pesada.
Okay, and I felt when I resist, everything is more heavier than.
Ahora podemos preguntarle en conjunto si de veras hice la función que él quería.
Okay, we can ask together if I did if I did my function that he wants. Can we
Okay.
ask together? Yeah, podemos
Yes.
preguntar.
So, okay, go ahead.
Okay, no, that's right. Go ahead, you.
So it's very beautiful. So anyone who shares can ask for the group, but it's really up to the facilitator to say whether that's going to happen. Okay, so they can ask, and then the facilitator says whether or not everyone can hear. Okay, in response.
Ok, todos vamos a preguntar y todos vamos a estar atentos y podemos responder qué estamos escuchando acerca de lo que estamos preguntando.
Because
Si
this
estuvo o no estuvo en función.
This is a very great opportunity to listen deeply to Jesus, but it's also the devil's playground if you're not deeply honest.
Ok, es una buena oportunidad de ir profundamente y preguntar a Jesús, pero también es una oportunidad de ser profundamente honestos.
So it can be a real gift, and you need to make sure that Jesus is the one telling you to say something. It's a very high discipline.
Debemos ser muy disciplinados para poder estar atentos si Jesús, o sea, lo que nos dice Jesús.
So I hear, yes, we're all going to ask. Jesus, was Did Lena fulfill her function with you, yes or no?
Ok, podemos preguntar entonces, estar dispuesto a escuchar, Jesús, Lina cumplió con sus funciones, sí o no.
What do you hear?
¿Qué escuchan?
I hear yes.
Ella escucha que sí. Yes. I heard yes too.
Anyone
¿Alguien
else?
más?
Renee says yes. What do you hear, Leo?
Yes.
You hear
Sí.
anything?
Sí.
See, Leo feels yes.
Sí.
Mary says yes. You want to really hear this, like, I'm asking Jesus, like a flower that blooms on the inside of love, you know?
Es como una flor que florece cuando preguntamos a Jesús y responde,
Because it's for all.
porque es para todos.
You'll start hearing these things and it takes you to your knees.
Es escuchar, aprender a escuchar o comenzar a escuchar lo que necesitamos.
Anyone else hearing anything?
¿Alguien más escuchó algo?
Yo quisiera
Yes.
otra cosa. No.
Who is that said yes? Oh,
Philomena.
Lord. Oh, Philomena.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gracias, beautiful. Gracias, Lena. Honesty.
Eso es hermoso. Gracias, Lina. Honesta.
Thank you for all of you being so attentive to the voice. It's beautiful.
Muchas gracias a todos y a cada uno por estar atento a la voz. Eso es hermoso.
This is a great demonstration that we can all hear it. It's not just one person's my guidance. It's not my guidance. It's guidance.
Ok, es hermoso el poder ver que todos podemos escuchar y que estamos siguiendo no mi guía, sino la guía.
So is anyone hearing from Jesus to share what he's telling you about what's on your list?
Ok, yo voy a compartir. I am going to share something, yes, special in this case, not special. Le dije a Jesús el sábado en la noche, last Saturday at night, my sister, mi hermana me llamó el sábado en la noche, and she said to me that helped her to clean a house that some friend that is coming from other parts, and she needs to bring them the house, cleaning the house. Hay unos amigos que vienen a la casa y necesitaba limpiarles la casa porque ella les cuida la casa. I asked Jesus, le pregunté a Jesús, if this activity is going to be useful for healing the mind, because I must did other things. Y le pregunté si esto iba a ser útil para la sanación de la mente porque tenía que hacer otras cosas. And Jesus told me yes. Y Jesús me dijo que sí. Okay. I had been for 3 days helping my sister. Estuve 3 días ayudando a mi hermana. I felt tired and I asked each time, Jesus, is it still useful? And he said me yes. Y le continuaba preguntando a Jesús porque me sentía muy cansada. ¿Es esto útil para la sanación de la mente? Y él me decía que sí. Me sentí como en un remolino, como en olas, porque como tenemos esta actividad de dejarnos, de seguir la guía. Sencillamente yo no decidía nada, sino que preguntaba y hacía. Okay, we are doing these activities in order to follow the guidance. And I just did it. But I felt that it was on the sea, moving by the wave. And I didn't decide anything by myself. But it was so rare. And today, I asked Jesus, and he said to me, that means follow the guidance, and you are not going to decide anything by yourself, because yes, it was. Entonces él me dijo, Jesús, estoy cansada, ¿qué significa todo esto? Entonces él me dice, bueno, esto es lo que significa seguir la guía y no hacer nada por tu cuenta. Es más, él me hizo tomar en cuenta que hoy era jueves y me recordó que la actividad que se iba a hacer hoy. Y él me dijo que me preparara porque la actividad de hoy era para traducir. Okay, he remembered me this afternoon, because I was in other place, that today is Thursday and we're doing this activity. And he said to me, you are going to translate. You know that? Oh, my goodness. And I said, okay, yes. But when Lina wrote to me, just at 50 minutes before begin this one, I smiled. When Lina wrote me, I said, yes, this was incredible. Esa fue cuando Lina me dijo que se iba a hacer esta sesión, me la recordó, ya Jesús me había dicho que se iba a hacer. That's all. That's my experience of this one.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, hermoso.
You'll see it. You'll start hearing stuff like that. It's beautiful. Thank you, Lisbeth.
You're welcome. For Jesus and all of us, we are one. Ella dio las gracias, me dio las gracias por compartir, pues que es muy hermoso el poder escuchar la voz de Jesús, todos nosotros.
Does anyone else want to share what they're hearing from Jesus about assignments?
¿Alguien más quiere compartir lo que ha escuchado de Jesús de esta asignación?
And also, if you find you're having resistance to assignment, he said you can bring that up too, so we can all look.
Ok, si ustedes sienten resistencia a esta asignación, también podemos mirarlo.
I'm being guided to share
Okay, thank you.
an experience that where I had invited a friend to go somewhere.
Ok, fui invitada por por alguien a ir a algún sitio.
Jesus asked me, what was your purpose?
Y Jesús me preguntó, ¿cuál es tu propósito?
I said, for a holy encounter. And
Y le dije, for a holy? Can you repeat the other
I
word?
said, I said, I wanted to have a holy encounter.
Yo quiero estar en un encuentro santo.
He said no.
Y él me dijo que no.
I said, then please show me, Jesus, what my purpose was.
Y le dije, bueno, Jesús, entonces muéstrame cuál era ese propósito, cuál es el propósito.
He said specialness again.
Él me dijo estar as soon as again. Can you repeat the last?
Specialness again.
Especialismo. El especialismo otra vez.
And the outcome was that the whole the whole day felt forced. She was very distracted, and I picked up on Lena's word, very heavy.
Ah, ok, y estuve distraída. Quería era sencillamente distraída. What did you say about Lena? Lena happy.
Lena said something about what she was experiencing when she was in resistance. It felt very heavy.
Ok. Ah, ok, Lina entonces cuando Lina habló acerca de su experiencia de resistirse, pero que al final se sintió feliz.
So I asked, what was I in guidance? And he said no.
Y le pregunté si yo había estado en guía y él dijo no.
And then he just said, next time, ask me first.
Y me dijo, bueno, la próxima vez, pregúntame primero.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Gracias. Thank you. Gracias.
These are all just beautiful demonstrations that we can talk directly to Jesus if we open our minds to it.
Sí, esa es una hermosa demostración de que podemos escuchar la voz de Jesús si abrimos nuestra mente. Are you talking, Lori? I cannot hear you.
I was asking Jesus if I
Okay,
should,
that's right.
if I hear yes.
Ella escuchó que sí.
I'm not sure where we're at here, Kay, but I do have something I'd like to share.
If it's related to something Jesus is telling you about guidance, that's what we're looking at. If it's something on the guidance list, that's helpful to share.
Si es algo útil, pregúntale a Jesús si es algo útil de compartir. Pregúntale a Jesús que te indique bajo guía.
Okay, gracias. Throughout my day, I noticed that I was just like, la la la, la la la, just, I don't,
Ella dice que
yeah.
se notó que en su día estuvo así cantando y bailando, así como distraída.
So I think it's Jesus saying to me,
Ella piensa que Jesús le estaba diciendo
that Lori, ask me first.
Y me decía, Glory, pregúntame a mí primero, pregúntame.
and like double ask, triple ask, like 3 times.
Pregúntame 2 veces, 3 veces, todas las veces.
So Lori, was there anything specific he was suggesting you to ask him about, or anything he was talking about that's in or out of guidance on your list?
¿Vas a hablar acerca de algo específico de tu lista?
Well, it was specifically something with you.
Es algo específico contigo.
And it was, do I send a communication or no?
si te enviaba una comunicación o no.
That's pretty specific.
Mhm.
Eso es lo más específico.
And then what did he say?
¿Qué te dijo?
Well, hold on. 'Cause
Espera.
I
Espera.
gotta, I didn't hear anything, but I didn't hear anything, but
No
I
escuché
got
nada.
a feeling about it.
Pero sentí acerca de eso. No escuché nada, pero sentí, eso fue lo que escuché al respecto.
So I'm not sure what to do now because I'm not sure if the feeling is the answer or the
So
answer.
Ella no sabe qué hacer ahora porque como no cree haber recibido respuesta y no sabe si esta emoción o sentimiento es la respuesta.
Well, just ask him, Lori, is this most helpful for healing my mind right now to send this message?
Ok, pregunta Lori si estás dispuesta, o sea, a ver lo que significa este mensaje, de lo que sientes.
So ask Jesus was sorry, I missed that.
Well, I don't know if you sent the message or not, but if you haven't sent it, you could say, Jesus, is it most helpful for healing my mind to send this message?
Pregúntale a Jesús, más allá de si envías o no envías el mensaje, si no lo enviaste, ¿es útil, Jesús, que yo envíe este mensaje para la sanación de la mente?
Yeah. Yes, but I didn't wait for an answer.
Sí, pero yo no esperé por la respuesta.
Kay, at some point, would you address that though? Because I've made career changes based on that sense of certainty. Like I wasn't asking and following then. It was a feeling of certainty that this was what I was supposed to do.
Ok, yo tampoco lo envié y mi correo cambia y tengo incertidumbre acerca de lo que tengo que hacer.
Well, I've had a lot of talks with him about whether we can hear the voice. Will everybody hear a voice? Yes, they will, but at first, maybe not so much. Because it seems intimidating to hear Jesus's voice to some.
Nos sentimos intimidados, pareciera entonces que nos sentimos intimidados por el sonido de la voz de Dios. De
But
Jesús.
what you're bringing up is really important for you, for all of us to really notice here, because when there's a feeling that comes up like this, because I'm hearing yes, I don't know what it was, but I just hear yes to it. But you really want to notice that this is not the same as intuition.
Ok, es importante esto, o sea, cuando te sientes de esa manera, pero debes estar claro de que esto no tiene que ver con intuición.
Because he keeps telling me intuition is really partial and guidance is whole.
Ok, la intuición es muy parcial, ok, mientras que la guía es total, no hay duda, pues no queda, se siente uno lleno.
You can use that term as a starting point because it can be helpful, because like for me, I was like a scientist and everything linear. So anything intuitive like made my mind just feel like it bent.
Ok, entonces puedes comenzar a utilizar estos términos para que puedas alinearte. Alinear.
We want to really start noticing this is so far beyond that, what he's offering, because this is the celebration of unity with all that is.
Tenemos que ir entonces más allá de todo esto, porque esto es justamente la celebración de la unidad, que es todo lo que hay.
When you're in guidance and you're like that, you're you know, in the acceptance of the assignment.
Cuando estás en la guía, allí está también la aceptación de la asignación.
It's kind of like a knowing but a not knowing.
Es saber, pero no saber, en realidad.
Does that sound familiar?
¿Le suena
Well,
familiar?
it did go beyond an intuition. I was certain that this was the right move. I felt no fear, no guilt, no anything but love for the decision. So I could only use the word certainty. People would say, no, that's not what you want to do. And I would say, yes, it is.
Yeah, you can just, so this is, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, ella cuando va más allá, ella utiliza la palabra certeza. No hay culpa, no hay ninguna otra cosa que la certeza.
So this is really good for us to, you know, she's given us a gift. See if you can catch the alignment in what she's saying.
Can you repeat again, please?
See if you can kind of catch or have a sense of the alignment in what she's saying, like how there's a power in it.
Eso es muy poderoso. Lo que ella está diciendo, el seguir como el lineamiento de lo que ella siente o lo que ella busca, en este caso, la certeza.
But when you start seeing what you're really saying yes to, you won't be saying no anymore to guidance.
Cuando tú comienzas a decir que sí, no vas a decir luego que no a la guía.
Because this yes is a yes to all that we are.
Porque cuando dices sí a todo lo que eres.
And she was very grounded in it, because a lot of times you're going to hear a lot of reasons from the world why it's not explainable. You can't explain it.
Okay, eso es ir, o sea, muy, muy adentro, porque en el mundo se busca siempre son explicaciones y eso no tiene explicación, no se puede explicar.
See, assignments are whole, but the ego doesn't want to see that. It's going to start looking for sacrifice or some kind of sacrifice or some kind of loss.
Sí, el ego siempre va a buscar el sacrificio y la pérdida, no va a buscar la totalidad, no desea la totalidad.
The loss is always in the denial. See, it says,
la pérdida siempre, ajá, ya, continue.
Well, the ego is going to always go, if I do this, I'm going to experience loss, but it's actually experiencing loss right now and saying no.
Okay, el ego le gusta siempre las experiencias de la pérdida y las pérdidas son negaciones. Y bueno, sencillamente tenemos que decirle al ego que no.
So I wouldn't say that in every instance when I've said yes to Jesus about something, it's that like full, but that can happen. I'll say that.
Ok, decirle que sí a Jesús es de manera completa y nada puede suceder.
But there's something that even though the ego may be making a kerfuffle like this, you just keep you're just rooted in following. It's I can't explain that, but you might recognize that. You're just rooted in the following.
Cuando te aceptas de manera profunda y te enraizas, es así como plantarse profundamente en la guía y en el seguir, o sea, nos mantenemos.
Like the thoughts can be doing this, but somehow your being is rooted in knowing the truth.
Y tu ser está enraizado en la verdad.
Although I didn't have the words, I knew I was in guidance.
Yes.
I didn't have those
yo-
words at the time.
I didn't either until now.
Y yo estuve en la guía, sí. Yo tampoco.
So thank you.
Gracias.
Hmm. This is how we can be helpful together to really, see that there's no sacrifice in this resonance of truth.
Y es muy útil ver que no hay ningún sacrificio o sea, cuando seguimos la verdad.
It can appear in all kinds of different ways.
Y puede parecerlo de diferentes maneras.
And so that's really why what we're really encouraging, or Jesus encouraging, is to join with the brother to really look at what you're hearing. Because sometimes it's just so clear. And then other times it's like you might want to run, there might be resistance, it's just to get clear as a priority.
Debemos entonces estar claros cuál es la prioridad de unirte con tu hermano. Porque siempre se va a buscar como excusa, o sea, de que no se puede, de cualquier cosa, pero debemos estar claros de la prioridad de unirnos, de escuchar la voz, de escuchar la guía.
It does appear like that. I can remember I was sitting in India. I'm actually in India, and someone starts talking about Bali. And in that moment, I knew it was like, I'm going to Bali.
Ella en algún momento escuchó que había que ir a la India y para estar allí, y escuchó entonces acerca de Bali. Vamos a Bali.
Half the time in Bali, it's like, I don't know what I'm doing here.
Y estuvo un tiempo en Bali, después dijo, bueno, ¿y ahora qué hago yo aquí?
And now I see exactly what I was doing there. I was getting some heavy duty light training.
Ese es un entrenamiento de la luz, exactamente como en este momento.
These are the assignments that will take you to the recognition of divinity.
Esto es la asignación para el reconocimiento de la divinidad.
And beyond that, to seeing that's all you are.
Y más allá, o sea, que eres más allá de todo eso, y eso es lo que eres.
So thank you. Anyone
Gracias.
else have anything on their list? It can be small or big. Sometimes it's like that. But sometimes, like I say, I'm just walking and I'm going, Jesus, can I have a cookie? And he says no, and just laugh. So it's not a.
Can you repeat? Can you repeat again? Because my internet sometimes is crazy.
Yeah. So sometimes it is like that, like you're sitting and it's like a boom kind of event. Okay. Like she's describing, sometimes it's just like a holistic knowing.
Algunas veces parece que no sabes, o sea, es tal cual como ella lo describió. A veces tienes certeza y otras veces no sabes qué estás haciendo.
But it's also can be like you want to get again to the honesty of God. Yes, no, Jesus, do I buy that cookie?
Tenemos entonces que estar dispuestos a preguntarle a Jesús hasta las minucias. ¿Puedo comprar o puedo comer una galleta?
And I can hear,
y escuchar
I can hear the
si
no.
sí o si no.
I hear
no,
the
y
no,
si escucho,
and I just
y si escucho que no.
Keep going.
Y si dice que no o si dice que sí, anda.
I don't get in a big argument or discussion about why anymore. It's just like, you train yourself, your head moves when his head moves.
Sí, no se trata de argumentar o de buscar excusas, ¿no? Sencillamente seguir la guía.
So anyone else have anything on their list that they want to take a deeper look at or share what Jesus is saying?
¿Alguien más tiene algo en la lista que quiera compartir?
Sí,
Ajá, sí.
esto.
Hello.
Hello,
Oh,
yes.
I'm
Who's
sorry,
speaking?
Maria's
Oh,
talking.
Maria Del Pilar, okay.
Go ahead, Maria. Is that what you said?
Ah, no,
¿Continúo?
Lisbeth. Sí, continúa.
Bueno, quería compartir que hace un tiempo me fui de la ciudad donde estoy, todas mis
Ok.
cosas a otra ciudad.
Oh, ¿te mudaste?
Sí, sí, pero regresé
Ok.
en marzo.
Ajá.
Entonces,
Okay, she moved from one city to the other city on March. And then,
y ahora estoy en un dilema si me regreso hacia la ciudad que me trasladé o me quedo en esta ciudad. Le he preguntado mucho a Jesús.
okay. Uh-huh. Okay,
Eh,
she's asking now to Jesus because she feels that she wants to go again to the city where she lived before, but she's not sure, and she's asking to Jesus about that. Ajá. Dime, sigue María.
Sí, he preguntado a Jesús si es útil para la sanación de la mente que me quede en la ciudad. La verdad he escuchado que sí y me he querido ir por temas económicos.
Okay. She is asking Jesus about if it's useful stay or go, and he answered stay, but she is not sure because she feels that is something economic for economic motive. ¿Y qué te dice Jesús?
Jesús me dice, o sea, pregunto y su respuesta es que no es útil
Quédate.
irme o trasladarme, no, trasladarme. Pero yo en ocasiones me siento desesperada y digo, me voy, y estoy aquí, pero me siento contra mi voluntad, algo así, por el tema económico, no porque no me guste la ciudad.
Okay, now she wants to go, but Jesus tell her, don't go. She feel like this because there is something economic situation with her, because she likes the city, but now she's waiting if she's going to follow the guidance or no. María, lo que dije fue que estás esperando a ver si sigues la guía o no. Estás esperando.
Sí, estoy o sea, siempre pregunto y Jesús me dice, o sea, no es útil trasladarse.
Okay. Jesus insists again and again, it's not useful, move back to the other city again.
Jesus, are you going to change your mind on this or what?
Jesús va a cambiar la mente, ¿eh? Ok.
Yo no quiero, o sea, yo no quiero, o sea, yo estoy como que lo que diga Jesús, pero yo quiero tomar el control.
Sí.
She wants the control. She wants to follow Jesus, but she wants control everything
Sí.
still. Sí. Ella quiere controlar, sí, todavía todo.
Y le he dicho a Jesús que él no sabe mis necesidades.
Oh my goodness, she said, Jesus, you don't know what I need. Jesus. Me gusta eso, María. Jesús aprecia cuando le decimos eso. Jesus like when we talk to him clearly and honesty. Yes, like a friend, like our brother.
See,
Ajá.
because she's sharing really one of those doubt thoughts about Jesus that we all have, that he doesn't have our best interests at heart.
Sí, exacto. Ella está compartiendo todos sus pensamientos con Jesús. Eso es lo importante, María.
So the next thing to ask him is, okay, Jesus, first of all, if he's giving you a desire to look at, then join with your brother and release the desire for control.
Lo próximo que tienes que preguntarle a Jesús es si te quieres unir con tus hermanos para deshacer este pensamiento, o sea, deshacer este pensamiento, pues traspasar este pensamiento del control.
And then you want to have a talk with him. It's like, well, because there are a lot of doubt thoughts that he's going to help handle time and space for you in economics.
Exacto. Y tienes que escuchar cuáles son todos esos pensamientos acerca de la situación económica que tienes.
So let's why wait? We'll ask him now. Jesus, ask him. Jesus, are you going to help me with the economic things that are...
Ok, pregúntale a Jesús si tú me vas a ayudar con esta situación, o sea, a que esta situación económica mejore, que le preguntes directamente.
Ya le he preguntado y le puse ultimátum.
My goodness, she asked Jesus and he said, please tell me, this is the last time. Ultimatum, I don't know, I don't remember if in English, ultimatum, what does it mean?
Ultimatum.
Ultimatum, yeah.
You mean she's given him an ultimatum?
Yes.
Yes, because you know what I heard at the same time, he said, yes, I would help you with that, but you want too much control. And so it's good to look with him at control and release that desire.
Sí, porque tú quieres estar en control y justamente ese es el deseo, María, que se tiene que ver. Ese deseo de estar en control y el no, o sea, es el deseo que está allí. El de ser tú la que controles la decisión.
Sí.
Sí, total, lo admito. Yo admito que quiero control porque siento que no escucho la guía, no, ¿cómo decir? Como que no confío.
Ajá.
No confío.
She doesn't trust the guidance in the voice, okay? And she admitting this one.
Maria, you know what he's saying, don't you?
Sí, María sabe qué está diciendo. ¿Verdad que sí? No, ¿verdad que no? O sea, no sabe qué está diciendo.
No entiendo muy
Sí.
Okay, so ask him, Jesus, if I go back to the city, am I going to experience guilt? Yes or no?
Jesús, si me devuelvo a la ciudad, ¿voy a experimentar culpa, sí o no? Pregúntale, María.
Yo escucho que sí.
Yes.
Sí.
Yes.
Jesus, is there something that you want me to see by staying where I am? Yes or no?
Jesús, ¿deseas tú que yo vea algo acerca de esto? O sea, con esto, sí o no?
Sí.
Yes.
Yeah, this is so important for the development of trust, do you see?
Esto es muy importante para el desarrollo de la confianza.
So she's giving a gift for all of us to look and hear the sí, yes, and the no, see? Because it's for everyone.
Sí, esto es algo importante, el ver este desarrollo de la confianza porque es para todos.
So
es en realidad para todos.
So if we're having uncertainty about an assignment, that's the twitches. It's just to see And so it's just something to see, and then you just join with a brother and look at the underlying desires that he's showing you.
Justamente el mirar cuál es la trampa, cuál es la resistencia, eso que no queremos ver al unirnos con nuestros hermanos. ¿Okay? Esos deseos.
So there may be others here that would want to jump a join with you to take a look at that too.
Y tiene que haber alguien más que quiera también hacer contigo ese salto de unirte.
See, the joining is how we keep pointed up.
Y aquí el punto importante es la unión.
So thank you, Maria.
Gracias, María.
Gracias, sí he sido egoísta, lo admito. Me da miedo compartir.
Okay, she's feared to share.
She's feared to share, but she shared already. We loved it.
Pero ya lo hiciste, tienes miedo de compartir, pero ya lo hiciste. Gracias, María.
Gracias Jesús, gracias.
Gracias, thank you, Jesus.
So the question was, were you guided to share, yes or no?
Okay, la pregunta es, ¿estabas preguntar, ¿estaba en guía o no?
Si estaba en guía, regresar a esta ciudad.
Ajá. Uh-huh.
Sí, yo pregunté, he tenido opciones de cambios a 2 ciudades, pero siempre la guía me trae aquí y la verdad me da miedo estar aquí.
Okay, she asked many times about to move to other city and other places, but the guidance always say that she must be there in this city.
So
Maria, confía.
So Maria, ask Jesus, by sharing today, did I accept the miracle?
Pregúntale a Jesús, ama a Jesús, María, si es tu voluntad de aceptar hoy el milagro.
Yo escucho que sí.
Yes.
Si me quieren ayudar también preguntando.
Sí. So following guidance is to accept the miracle. How about that?
Ajá, aceptar el milagro es seguir la guía.
It's beautiful.
Hermoso.
For all of us.
Para todos nosotros.
See, following guidance is saying no to the ego. So she said no to the ego and followed. We have to do that. Say no to the ego.
Seguir la guía es decirle que no al ego, sencillamente. Seguir la guía, decirle que no al ego.
So it's standing into truth. We're standing into truth instead of just following the ego around.
Estar parado, o sea, sostener la verdad y evadir al ego.
That's why if he tells you to speak in these circles, it's so helpful.
Por eso es que es útil hablar, o sea, unirnos en los círculos.
Because you're standing as the truth.
Porque estamos parados aceptando la verdad.
So thank you everyone for sharing.
Gracias a cada uno de ustedes por compartir.
And then if there's something on your list that you're not clear on, jump a join with a brother to look and just make sure you're clear.
Si hay algo que no esté claro acerca de cómo hacer la guía, pues, y estar con tu hermano, hacer el salto con tu hermano, pregunte.
Because at first the ego is going to say something like, this is going to take a lot of time if I have to ask every time.
Sí, porque el ego siempre va a decir, vas a tener que preguntar todo, eso te va a tomar mucho tiempo.
But as the trust is built, it's just quick. It's like, yes, no, like this on everything.
Y o sea, al confiar y al hacerlo, te vas a dar cuenta que es muy rápido.
And you just sit there happy.
Y que eres feliz y así acepta la felicidad.
So you just have to make sure your head matches. When he says no, you say no, like that.
Cuando tú dices no, él dice no. O sea, hay que estar atentos a lo que él dice, sí o no.
So you just practice your head moves when his head moves.
Y lo que tenemos que hacer es practicar, la práctica hace el maestro.
We love you.
Los amo, los amamos.
Adiós.
Adiós,
Adiós,
gracias.
bye bye.
Feliz
Buen
Thank
día.
you.
Buenas noches.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you. Thank you.
Buenas noches, gracias. Chao.
Adiós.